All right, so I'm going to start with the Dewalt 20 volt brushless. The drill motor is probably the most common type of drill you'll have in your home, corded or cordless, and it's used for everything from driving drill bits to also driving, your screw bits and things like that that allow you to kind of have a do-it-all tool. A lot of times, we just buy this tool, call it good because it's kind of the catch-all for a home use, and it gets the job done, right? It's powerful, it's strong, it's variable speed, and the drill is really kind of the unsung hero of the tool, the home tool set. I like this Dewalt because of the brushless feature. The brushless feature tends to have more power because it's not lost in what they call the brushes. It's actually why it's called brushless. There's brushes that run along a motor, and those little brushes, those little hairs tend to have more resistance, and it'll actually physically cause more resistance in the motor, and then therefore also drain your battery faster. If it's brushless, it uses bearings that roll on the motor rather than brushes touching the motor, because the motor's going to be spinning and it has to have something free, but it also has to have a metal contact to allow the motor to do the work because it's electrical. So there's think of the brushless or the brushless or the brushes as a free moving metal contact. Much like you have a metal contact in your car battery where you put the two together, this one is in essence a way for there to be freedom of movement, but that metal contact is still there, making a connection, allowing the motor to do the work because it's in rotation. So your motor is doing the work, but it has to have a metal contact for the battery to drive it. So you have permanent magnets, and then the current running through that motor through those bearings and or brushes are what actually drives the motor's force. So it's just turning electrical energy into mechanical energy in the simplest form. So that's why I like the brushless. They tend to last just indefinitely. I did have a brushless Craftsman before this. It was a little lower quality, but I had that thing for 10 years, and I maybe put brushes in it once near the end of its life, and then I just moved on from it because it was a nickel cadmium battery, and these are the new lithium ion. So much older technology. This is the newer technology. So this is why I like the Dewalt brushless drill motor. This battery is a 1.5 amp hour, which is one of the smaller ones, but I've had the same battery on here for many of my projects this year and haven't had to charge it yet. So that in essence is what the drill motor I think that you would want to get if you're just going to get one. This is, I don't know why I put this off so long, but this is one of my favorite tools. It has so many things that it can do. This isn't going to run a drill bit per se unless you buy the drill bits that are for an impact style wrench. But what this does is it turns the electrical energy not only into mechanical energy that spins, but a hammering action or an anvil action on the head of this driver. And so where you might ask yourself, well, what's the difference between the two? This one, and I'll show you. So when I turn this one, I had to take all the slack out of this, and I maybe put it down to where I wanted to the clutch to catch. Maybe I'll do like 11 just so I don't drill through some maybe drywall or something like that. It'll stop it before it becomes too much. All right, that's not the same as a hammer drill. That's just all that's doing is stopping at 11, and this is releasing. This isn't providing any more torque at the setting I put it on. If I go all the way to drill mode, then I'm getting 100% power, and it's just going to drive this 100% of the time with no clutch action or stopping action built in mechanically. That is essentially what a drill does. What does this do? This creates a force that's spinning, but also hammers, and it makes a clicking noise too. So let me put this larger 1/2 inch adapter on it, and I'll talk about these in a minute. But if I grab it, you hear that banging? what that's doing essentially is it's not only turning it, but it's giving it hammer force, so that when you are screwing something down and you need a lot of torque, maybe it's a suspension part, maybe initially just to get your lug nuts on or get a part on, it's already going to start putting torque on the bolt itself. And you want to use special bits for these, because if you use your chrome bits, you know, if that's all you have right now, use them, but it's going to chip your bits up because the chrome's going to peel off of them when that hammering action happens. So if there's no force on it, it just spins. But when it senses it gets the bolt down and it senses resistance, it's gonna start hammering, give you it's what they call an impact. So this essentially is an impact wrench. This is just a drill motor. This is just going to turn. This turns and hammers. So this thing, if you have the wherewithal to do a lot of projects and work on a lot of different things, this thing pays for itself in a very short order, especially if you're in business for yourself. The chuck is there's things that you can buy for them. There's chromoly and impact bits that are designed for impact use, and they'll have it written on them, or some of them will say vanadium or chromoly or impact use or whatever. It's just different metals to give the bit more strength, because if you're just using chrome or using a softer carbon steel, they're going to get chewed up pretty quick, but these end up being a little bit tougher. So what I did was I bought a 3-pack, so I can drive a 1/4 inch, a 3/8, and a 1/2 inch bit, and sometimes I will use these on chrome if I'm not going to do a lot of hammering with them, but this thing will get the job done when this won't, because this gives a hammering action and gives it that much more torque. Now this is a 1/4 inch and it does that. The one I don't have in front of me is actually a 1/2 inch version of this that produces 700 foot-pounds of torque and up to 1,200 foot-pounds of initial torque. So the head, I wish I had it with me, but it's about this large. So it's a larger version of this, and it's also Dewalt, uses the same batteries as the 20 Volt Max. So I don't want to go into that because I want to keep it for like home use right now, and maybe on another Tool Talk Tuesday. Some of the other things I wanted to talk to you about, the types of bits that you have with these. They make a different style where they have this neck to the torque bit, and these will drive down the square-headed screws that you see in wood, in wood decks. You have your Phillips 1 and 2. You have a couple different sizes here of Torx bit. You have all these different things you can use here, but these longer necked ones, if you see these, they actually are designed for torque wrench use, because they allow a little bit of twisting in there, a little bit of strength in the neck, and they're designed to absorb some of that shock and load, but still keep the bit alive. So it's kind of, think of it as a spring or a shock absorber built into your bits. Very cool feature. This case tends to have a couple extra things in here, and as well as the one I just showed you earlier, it has a way for you to put drive some impact sockets down, and the impact sockets will be black generally, because the black is a treated metal and or chromoly, and they're harder metals, so they last longer. If you use your chrome bits, like I said, you're gonna go through them pretty quick. So that about wraps that up. I don't want to dive into these too much, just to kind of give you an idea of the two styles of drill, and maybe make you aware of something that is not so commonplace. If you're in the market for a new drill, think about picking up this pair. I know the brushless set, these can get kind of pricey, but you can shop around, find really good deals on this. It comes with 2 batteries, the drill and the impact wrench, the 1/4 inch impact wrench, and a charger. I believe I paid a little over $200 for these 2 years ago, and I absolutely love these things. I highly recommend the Dewalt. They do make just some of the best stuff, and that's really all I have to cover on these two. Some of the everyday tools that we use tend to sometimes just get stuck in a closet. We don't think about it, and the drill is obviously, I think, one that everybody has, corded or not, or cordless, it's a really good tool to have. If you're going to do it, get the brushless, get kind of a nicer one. It'll pay for itself over the years of you not having to replace it, and the availability of parts and also the accessories. It tends sometimes just to buy something a little bit more expensive sometimes to pay off in the long run. And then again, if you can get into a new idea of how you might be using your tools, if you really need that impact drive, you're building a deck, you're building things that require a lot of torque, you're building things like vehicles, Jeeps, things that you need to drive down and do it quick, and it's a time saver, it's a man-hour multiplier. This kind of thing here is really kind of hard to beat, and it's super compact. It got into places that the drill motor couldn't, and it still had that impact built in. So give those a look, and I'll leave a Amazon link. I bought these on in a local store, but I'll leave you some place to come find one of these. I don't get any kickbacks. I'm just trying to help the community and give you kind of a good review of something that, man, this is something I use every day. So hope you guys like this. Click like and subscribe, and let me know what else you'd like to see, and I'll make another video. Thanks, guys.